Thank you very much to Ethan Gelbaum. And congratulations to Yukiko and James. We will now have words by best man Kevin Oakes.
Hello everybody, I am James's brother Kevin. He actually has two brothers, my brother Bill. Our eldest brother is sitting there. I just want to express how delighted I am to be here at James and Yukiko's wedding. I think it's absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm very, very lucky because I have two brothers and I'm in the middle. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and we've all been very, very close all of our lives. So I speak with Jay quite a bit on the telephone, and when he was first getting to know Yukiko, the very, very first thing I heard about her was he said, "Kevin, I met this absolutely fantastic girl." And I said, "Oh, well, that's nice. That's really, really wonderful." Now, for those of you who know my brother James, he has a couple of really abiding loves in his life. One of them, you might guess, from the kilt that he is sporting today. And the music that you heard is his Irish heritage and Irish music. And the other is his love of punk rock. So one of the first things I heard about Yukiko was, "Kevin, she's absolutely fantastic. She loves the Pogues." And for those of you who don't know, this is a band that combines my brother's two abiding passions for punk music and his Irish heritage. And I said, "Oh wow, well that's fantastic. It's always great to have something in common." I said, "What's her name?" I'm expecting to hear Colleen, or perhaps Bridget, or maybe Fiona, if we're going to go very, very traditional. And he said, "Her name is Yukiko." And I said, "Oh, so not entirely Irish?" But actually, Yukiko does have a fantastic love of all things Irish music. In fact, the entrance music that you heard, all of that music, I was assured by my brother Jay was actually picked by Yukiko with no arm twisting on his part. Shortly after that, my partner Ann and I, you know, once they started going out, it seemed like they were pretty serious. We came down. We live upstate, in upstate New York. We would come down. And we got to meet them, and we went out to dinner a few times, and we went out to a couple of plays, and we started to get to know Yukiko. Now, for those of you who know Yukiko, she's actually a very, very accomplished artist. She travels the world to Switzerland and all with her company Fresco, beautifying the world. But she's also a very, very accomplished artist of her own work. She's a wonderful painter, and one of the first dates that we had, Ann and I got to go to a gallery show of Yukiko's work. And there we went. We didn't really know what to expect. And there were the most absolutely exquisite, fantastical paintings of these fantastical creatures. And they looked like they were half animal, and half vegetable, and half machine. I know that's three halves. But they did seem, and there was one that looked like a fish that you could actually drive. And there was like this beautiful sunflower that looked like it was a spaceship. And then there was this absolutely gorgeous underwater city. And looking at these paintings, I felt like I sort of got to know Yukiko's soul a little bit, and I was absolutely overjoyed because I could see how much in common she had with my brother. They both had this, the paintings were just sort of, they were whimsical, they were witty, but they also had this really wonderful sense that they were gently surreal, as my younger brother Jay is. And I realized that they both had this really unique way of not only looking at the world, but of taking what is mundane in this world and transforming it to something beautiful and something magical. And I thought that was just absolutely beautiful. After the gallery show, we went, we ate, we had some crepes together, and we were talking. And I saw the way that they interacted with one another. And I've never seen my brother Jay more relaxed, more confident, more happy. I mean, you know, there's a horrible myth about comedians that they are horrible, angry, sad, misanthropic people. If this is true, my brother is going to actually have to find a new career, okay? Because I've never seen him, and the way that they interacted with each other, I realized that in some ways, like from the paintings, they were absolutely similar, but in some ways they were absolutely the perfect mixture of opposites. You know, the way that they balanced one another, and the way that they complemented each other. They were sort of the yin and the yang, the loud and the soft, the gentle and the exuberant. And that's when I thought, you know, this actually might have a way of going somewhere, because when you actually meet someone who is at once both your absolute same soul, but absolutely also your opposite, I knew that he found somebody that could actually go with him on that journey in life. So we said goodbye that evening, and we were walking to our car to go back upstate. And I took a little look back at the two of them leaving. And there was my brother Jay, and Yukiko was one step behind him, and she ran to catch up with him. And she grabbed his hand, and she was smiling, and she skipped across the street. And I said, gosh, I hope that is the girl my brother will be spending the rest of his life with. Wow. Jay and Yukiko are not alone in this life. They have a wonderful cat by the name of Muffy, which my mother has Irishized and decided to call Murphy. My mother has done this throughout our entire lives. We'll name a pet one thing. We had a cat that we named Frodo. He became Mr. Puff. I had a dog named after the Celtic hero Cuchulainn. He became Hooligan, which actually was a much more appropriate name for him. My mom also gave us nicknames. I was in the middle, so I was her middle pickle. And my older brother Bill, she affectionately calls Bilbo Baggins. And if you see his little hobbit-like, he's that hobbit-like man in the front row. And my younger brother, my brother Jay, was always her baby cat. Even today, at years of age, he is still her baby cat. And I was thinking about this the other day because Yukiko has an expression that I really, really love. When she comes home, when the two of them come home, if they've been out together, or if they've both been out at work, when they finally come home and they greet Muffy at the door, and they can throw out all the cares and finally just be relaxed and be themselves, she says, "All cats are home." An expression that I particularly love. And looking at the two of you right now, I can see that all cats are now, finally and forever, home, curled up in each other's hats, in each other's hearts, and contented. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I give you my brother, the very, very happy groom, and his beautiful bride, Yukiko Oaks.